I hope everybody's doing amazing. Let me get this camera right. Sorry about that. So, guys, I want to announce a new campaign and I want to explain to you why I'm doing it. I want to help 50 women get on the road to freedom between now and the new year. Now is the time to get started. Don't wait until the ball drops in January to be talking about you want to be free. Don't wait until you're over burnt out at a job to be free. Don't wait until the rubber hits the road and the job gets rid of you. Good morning, Miss Nita. You absolutely positively need a backup plan. You absolutely positively need a way to not just generate additional income, but to eventually get away from your job. And I want to help 50 women do that. Make sure you register for tomorrow night's session, bit.ly/escape plan 2023. Because the biggest problem that most people have is that they don't have a plan to escape. Yeah, you talk about it every day. Oh, I want to get away from this job. Oh yeah, you're adamant about it. You hate your boss, you hate your coworkers. But what are you doing about it? What steps are you taking? And more often than not, we're not taking steps because we don't know what steps to take. So I want to give 50 women the blueprint. I want to offer 50 women an opportunity to come on this journey to watch me build a brand, to show them what it takes to create a profitable brand, to help them understand what mistakes they're making in trying to get free from their job, and to really help them with the mindset to understand you can be free from a job. You absolutely positively can. And it's 100% up to you. So I'm looking for 50 women, bit.ly/escape plan 2023. We're going to talk about it tomorrow night. And for those of you who said, oh, I can't afford help, I have something special for you. So make sure you tune in. But you have to realize that God didn't purpose you to work a job. Can somebody say amen? God did not put you here to go somewhere every day that you don't like. He did not put you here to work beneath your gifts and talents. He did not put you here to struggle financially. God did not put you on this earth to be unhappy. We allow our own mindset to trick us at living less than. We allow our own mindset to trick us into, first of all, going to a job. Hey, Marcel, going to a job. Good morning, Exy Beauty. Good morning, Coach Kristen Ashley. Going to a job we hate. Going to a job that's not going to pay us enough. We because we don't know how to go out into the world and make money with our gifts and talents, we settle. Somebody say, ouch. We settle for less than. And you can't tell me that in all of this big wide world, there's not somebody who won't pay you for your help. There's not somebody that won't pay you for your knowledge. There's not somebody that won't pay you for your gifts and talents. But the question becomes, are you willing to get up and go out in pursuit of those individuals? Are you willing to create a product or service that they will pay for? Are you willing to take your products, your knowledge and your talents and package them? So it's not the world. It's not the world, it's you. And if you don't start with your mindset, all of the strategy in the world won't help you. You have to understand that you have more than enough, you are more than enough, and that you can make it. But are you willing to get up and move your feet? Somebody said, oh, I don't do it because I'm afraid of what's going to happen. But you're afraid the first day on the job, but you go anyway. You got to get training the first day of the job, but you sit through the training anyway. So you got to understand that if you're doing something that's not making you happy, there is a way to do what you love and make money. And until you wrap your mind around that, you're going to continue to go places where you struggle. I ask people, do you have a plan to escape? And if you don't even take the time, and I'm going to help you, I have a free session tomorrow night to help you wrap your mind around What does it take to have a plan to escape? Because if you don't at least take the time to recognize and accept that freedom is to be had by all, there's nothing that makes anybody any more special than anybody else. If there's one person that can be free, you can be free too. How many of you agree with that? Say, I agree. It's just that they have a plan and you don't. They understand abundance and maybe you don't. Sometimes we say, and I talked to a new client yesterday, and I asked her, what's keeping you from getting out there? And she said, what's keeping me from getting out there is that, people are so cruel. There is nothing more cruel than going to a job you hate. There's nothing more cruel than backstabbing coworkers. Anybody agree with that? There's nothing more cruel than you not making the money you need to take care of your family. There's nothing more cruel than living a life of less than. You shouldn't be trying to make more money. You should be trying to do what you love, understanding the amount of money you need to make and trying to make that. See, let me tell you what a wheel fell off the road. And guys, once you registered, go ahead and comment me because I want to know who to expect tomorrow night. If you don't have an escape plan, you need to be there 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. No excuses. Feed the kids early. Let me tell you, the world will make you think that you must have a job. But your job is really to operate within your purpose. And when you start to understand that there is nothing that is off limits to you, you will start quickly moving to a place of freedom. Yes, there is work to be done, but it does not have to be at a job. Does everybody agree with that? Your freedom should be the most important thing to you. Financial, physical, mental. And if that job is not doing it for you, then it is up to you to do something different. So again, my goal, I'm live, Troy. My goal is to help 50 women. I'm going to start a campaign called 50 Women Free. I'm going to meet you where you are. Will you have to invest something? Absolutely. Is it my normal rates? It's not. I got something for everybody depending on what it is that you want to see in your life. But you have to say yes to you. You say yes to your kids. You say yes to your man. You say yes to your church. You say yes to your job. When are you going to say yes to your freedom? When are you going to say yes to the life that you want? And it's as simple as you got to have a plan. I've talked to so many business owners that don't have a business plan. I've talked to so many business owners that don't have a marketing plan, don't have a profit plan. These are basics. And if you don't have the basics, how do you expect to get where you are in your earnings? So again, I'm looking for 50 women. And if this is you, say me in the chat, meet me there tomorrow night, that are ready to go. And let me tell you why this is so important. You don't want to wait until you just can't take it anymore. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, wow. You don't want to wait until you're so fed up that you walk away with no plan. You don't want to wait until you're so fed up that your productivity suffers and your job lets you go. You don't want to wait until the economy shifts and out of nowhere you have no job. Now is the time. Put that in the chat. Now is the time for your abundance. Now is the time for your next level. Now is the time for you to be rich and not be ashamed of it. Now is the time for you to increase your earnings and live the life you want. The link is bit.ly/escape plan 2023. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., I'm going to show you what it takes to escape. It's a free session. Some people won't even show up because that's the difference. I'm going to run around and talk about how bad I hate my job, but what am I doing about it? I'm going to run around and talk about this life that I want to live, but what am I doing about it? And I'm going to tell you, somebody somewhere has the money to pay you tens of thousands. If you agree with that, type I agree in the chat. The only difference between the people that get paid and the people that don't get paid is the people that get paid know their value. The people that get paid know their worth. The people that get paid know that there's something out there for everybody. It has nothing to do with your height, your skin tone, your weight, and not even your intellect. At the end of the day, when you say, I am ready to go, and you are, anybody here ready to go, type in, I'm ready to go. When you are ready to go, and you are willing to do whatever it takes, it is going to happen. You can't keep guessing how to escape. That's not going to work. You can't keep escaping by the skin on your teeth. That's not going to work. You've got to have a plan. Ursula said, I'm ready to go. Whether that's I'm ready to go to my next level, whether that's I'm ready to go from this job, whether that's I'm ready to go from settling, you've got to be ready. You have got to be ready. Type that in, I am ready. And when you say I'm ready, everything you need, good morning, Letitia, is going to start showing up for you. Everything you need is going to start coming into your path. When you agree and say, I am ready, everything you need is going to start to manifest. It cannot manifest if you're not ready. It cannot manifest until you give it permission. Letitia said, I stay ready. And that's absolutely correct. You stay ready for a promotion at work. Why not promote yourself? And it's time. It's time for you to stop playing small. It's time for you to reach out and grab a hold of your blessings. It's time for you to secure the bag for you and your family. It's time for you to stop working for less than, for people who don't appreciate you. So it's a real thing. 50 women. I want to help you get on the road to freedom. You got to want to get on that road. You've got to want to be free. You've got to understand that there's nobody stopping you from earning 6, from earning 7 figures. But do you have a plan? Do you have it in writing? Do you know what you would offer? Are you willing to go out there and do what it takes? And that's the only difference, is showing up. Somebody type in, I'm ready. You got to be ready to show up. You know, once you stop worrying about what everybody else has to say, you can secure your freedom. Once you stop worrying about the haters and the naysayers, because to be honest, the last I checked, they don't have any bearing on your success. Amen. The last I checked, you were purposed. See, Renee, send me an inbox. Send me a DM if you're ready. Send me a DM. Coach, let me in. Time for me to go. Let this be your last clock out. I don't want to just help you leave a job temporarily. I want to help you leave the job in your past, in your rear view. I want to help you leave the job permanently. I want to help you fire your boss. And I'm looking for 50 women that's ready to go. You know what? Can I be honest? Somebody say, be honest, coach. I just want to be brutally honest. You have to want to go as much as you want to breathe. Letitia said, I'm at home with my 2-year-old right now while my other 4 kids are at school at 11:30 in the morning, being free from a job over 7 years because of coach. She just wrote that on Facebook. bit.ly/escape plan 2023. See, I've been freeing women since 2015. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Now, you got to be honest with yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I don't mean this no kind of way. I'm tired of dragging people to freedom. I'm tired of begging people to take the gifts that God gave them and secure a bag, to secure their freedom, to secure their next level. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to need any help understanding your abundance. I'm going to help you with that. I'm not saying you're not going to need any help overcoming your fear. I'm going to help you with that. But you have to be ready to go. You have to be sick and tired. Y'all not listening. You got to be sick and tired of living less than. You got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You got to be sick and tired of clocking in. You got to be sick and tired of them folks telling you when you can go on vacation and when you can't. When you can be at home and when you can't. When you can go to the bath. I'm too old. I'm too old for anybody to be telling me when I can go to the bathroom and when I can't. Until you're really sick and tired, nothing will change. You can talk about it, but you got to be about it. So I'm going to start this big campaign. And you can't tell me with as many women around me, I'm not going to find 50 women that want to go. You can't tell me that I'm not going to find 50 women who are ready to stop clocking in. You can't tell me. And I'm looking to find them before the end of the month. Why is that important? I want them to get a jump. I want them to get a jump on next year. I don't want them waiting until the ball drops to try to escape. I don't want them waiting until everybody else runs out there. I don't want them to wait. I want them to be ready. I want them to be prepared. And I want them to understand that next year is your year of freedom. But you got to start now. Somebody type in start now. You've got to start now. You got to have a ramp up period. You don't go from 0 to 100. And I'm not one of those coaches that's going to lie to you and tell you you are. Somebody asked me the other day, what's the fastest I can make money? I said, as fast as your mind will allow you. If your mind will let you make $100,000 tomorrow, you can find, I don't care how big your social media is, you can find 10 women to pay you 10,000 or 100 women to pay you 1,000 if your mind will let you. So we've got to overcome your belief. We've got to overcome your fear. We've got to overcome your lack mentality. That's the first thing we have to do. But believe it or not, you have the power. Somebody type in, I have it. No matter what anybody says or anybody makes you feel or anybody makes you think, you have the power to free yourself. Are you willing to use it? You have the power to change your economic trajectory. You have the power. Somebody type in power to move the needle on your next level. You've got to believe it. Stop looking around at everybody else thinking that it can't be you. Stop looking around at everybody else thinking they're better than you. They're not. They have a plan. They have conviction. They have motivation. Do you? And that's all it takes is a yes. You got to say yes to yourself. You got to say yes to your next level. How many, thank you, Sherry. How many more years are you going to wait? How much more time are you going to waste? At what point do you say, I'm tired of sitting on the fence? Because one of the hardest things in the world is sitting on a fence between a job and your freedom. Sitting on a fence between what you love to do and what you hate to do. You know, the Bible says you can't serve two masters. You're going to learn to love one and hate the other. And that is such a true story. And what I don't want to happen with you is I don't want you to start hating your purpose. Oh my God, that was so deep right there. bit.ly/escape plan 2023. I don't want you to start hating what God purposed you to do. I see that too often. I see too many people that when life starts lifing, they put down their purpose. I see too many people that when the going gets tough, they stop their business instead of stopping their job. And I understand it's difficult. And it's more difficult because you don't have a plan. So now your mindset is telling you you can't do it. And you don't have a plan. So between the two, you're stuck. And you're like, oh my God, why am I so stuck? You're stuck because you don't have direction. You're stuck because you don't have the ability to see what's next. You don't have a vision. You don't have a plan, not just for your business, but for your life. And when you start to get that vision, when you start to get that plan, when you start to see things in print, in writing, that's when you're able to start to manifest your next level. So it's up to you, 110%, whether you want to go and give yourself permission or whether you want to stay stuck. And I get that you've tried it before, but you haven't tried it with me. I get that that it's scary, but without somebody to help you hand in hand, it's going to be even scarier. I get the fact that you may not see it, which is why sometimes you need to have somebody that sees the greatness in you. Sometimes you need to have people that see your full potential. Do you know why athletes hire coaches? Athletes hire coaches. And everybody from Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, they have off-season coaches because they're so devoted to what they do. They want somebody that's going to tell them the truth about their next level. Tell them the truth about what they're capable of. Be hard enough on them in love. I tell everybody, I'm a tough coach. I'm not your friend. I'm here to help you get to a destination. And I'm willing to even fight you for it. When you say, coach, let me in, I can play, I'm going to do any and everything possible to help you move the needle, but I cannot drag you across the finish line. Somebody say, wow, I'm looking for 50 women I don't have to drag. I'm looking for 50 women that know that freedom is their destiny. I'm looking for 50 women who are ready to see what working hard for yourself really looks like. I'm looking for 50 women that want that next level lifestyle and are willing to do what it takes to get it. You know, I remember one time it flooded in Houston, and they told us before we went to work, it's going to flood today. And so many people went to work anyway. Good morning, Veronica. I'm waiting on you. They went to work anyway. They were determined to get to their job. They were so determined they got stuck on freeways for hours. They were so determined that some of them lost their cars. They were so determined that some of them even end up hurting themselves if your purpose is not as important as a job, how do you think you're going to get free? You got to stop turning back at the first sign of confusion. Stop turning back the first time it gets hard. God didn't purpose you to struggle so hard. He didn't. But you got to give this as much, if not more, than you give a job, because this was your gift from God. bit.ly/escape plan 2023. I'm going to be talking about this campaign to free 50 women. I got something else coming to help certify more women. I'm trying to help as many women possible before I retire. I'm trying to help you get there so you can retire. I'm trying to hand the baton to women who are ready to run and understand that there's something that you have that somebody else in this world needs. Are you willing to free it? Are you willing to build it? Are you willing to work on it? Are you willing to sow a seed in it? And it all starts with one yes. If you're ready, go ahead and type yes in the chat. It starts with one yes. And when you start to say yes to the opportunities, when you start to say yes to the to your surroundings, when you start to say yes, then everything else starts to change. Stop saying no. Stop saying I can't afford. Say yes, and watch how the money starts to manifest. It's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It should be on the page, bit.ly/escape plan 2023. Get there early. Bring your pens. Bring your paper. Because once you can see that freedom is possible, you'll do any and everything to be free. Once you understand freedom is your birthright, freedom is your purpose. You're supposed to be out healing the world. You're supposed to be out ministering to the world. You're supposed to be out helping the world. You can't do that at a job. And a job is not going to pay you what you're worth. They're not. Do this for yourself. Do this for your family. Do this for your kids. Do this for your next level. Do this for your mindset. You're worthy. Stop thinking other people are more worthy than you. Abundance is everybody's birthright. But will you claim it? There's a book called the Traveler's Gift. Yeah, can I tell y'all a story? Somebody say story time. There's a book called The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. FYI, I started a book club. Look on my Facebook. We're going to be meeting on Sundays. So there's a book called The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. And in that book, he talks about how he met on his journey the Archangel Gabriel. And the Archangel showed him this warehouse of things that weren't delivered. Not because the Most High didn't set them aside for you, but because you didn't believe in their delivery. Belief is what opens the gateway to your next level. You want people to believe in you and your products and your services, and you don't even believe in yourself. You're running around sowing seed in everybody else. Seeds of time, seeds of energy, but you ain't even sowing seeds in yourself. Until you start to believe that, baby, I'm live and you moving stuff into my back view. I'm sorry. Until you start to believe that your next level is already ready and waiting on you, you are going to continue to live a life that's not for you. So I'll be back later. Look for my reels, look for the book club on my Facebook. Come and have a conversation. Books change your mind. And tomorrow night, we're going to help you understand the plan that you need to escape your job. bit.ly/ escape plan 2023. It's a free event. Do not miss it if you really want to be free. Love you guys. Have a great day.